everyone, welcome back. I'm glad you're here. Today we're going to talk about food. Diet is essential to a healthy body, and yeah, I know you know that, but we are staring down the barrel of a real disaster as far as our food supply goes. There's been a lot of media content telling us the dangers of food. I think it's starting to catch on. The people that I'm speaking with, my clientele, you people here, I know that you're trying your best to buy better food, to buy unprocessed food, and to feed your body as healthily as you know how. And I'm aware that sometimes that is a little misleading, and what works for one doesn't work for somebody else. And when we have the metabolic disturbance of lots of toxins and processed foods and chemicals by way of, pesticides, glyphosate, plastics, and all that stuff, well, there's metabolic disturbance happening within our mitochondria and our cellular function. So, as a menopausal woman dealing with, impossible fat loss, impossible energy, we're not sleeping, we're not feeling well, we have pain, high blood pressure, metabolic chaos. Well, I just want to offer you a few tips and tricks so that you have a better understanding and awareness of how food works, how we are supposed to be feeding our bodies, and just, make things easier day to day. So, a few examples of high protein, lower carbohydrate, quality food, nutritious meal ideas to be able to, put into practice. These things are easy, simple, and very doable for anyone to deal with. So my name's Connie Rutledge. I'm a board certified functional nutritionist, and I share menopausal and just average human being fat loss tips. I teach you how to get healthy. I teach you how to live in a body that feels good. And that's a big deal, because when you're in a metabolic soup in your skin and you don't feel good, well, that's no fun. Meal timing is important. Besides what we're eating, how often we're eating is super important. And the average American eats about 11 times a day over a 15-hour span. Okay, that's like you're snacking, you're grazing, and you're not stopping from, the minute you wake up to the minute you go to sleep. And if you're only sleeping for 6 to 8 hours, then your body's got way too much metabolic disturbance, and you're gonna be a mess. Well, many of you are not doing that. In fact, I'm gonna say most of you aren't doing that. You're not doing that. And I'm really glad, because a lot of us that are chronic dieters and have had issues with, overweight, high blood pressure, diabetes, or just sluggish metabolism, we probably are under eating. So I want to just kind of give you, there is no one size fits all. Some of us are yo-yoing back and forth from, eating too often to not eating enough. We've heard that intermittent fasting is important. So we're slingshotting over into, not getting enough fuel, which lowers the metabolism. And that's confusing. So let's be clear that there is a perfect recipe for success for you, and we can dive in and find that, but typically you can pretty much figure it out on your own. Your body's giving you clues all day long. Are you intermittent fasting and feeling shaky? Well, then maybe you need to break that fast and eat a healthy meal. If you're eating too often and you have a tummy ache and you have gut issues, then maybe you need to go back on the other swing and do some more intermittent fasting. There's a lot of clues and cues that you're going to be looking for to tap into awareness so that you know how to proceed. Our human body basically gets energy down in the mitochondria. Mitochondria is the powerhouse inside the cell. How many trillions of cells do we have? Well, that mitochondria is getting its information from the food that we eat. It is creating energy from the food that we ingest that breaks down into vitamins, minerals, and amino acids, and it then fuels our body. It nourishes us. And if that mitochondria is not fed well, and our body, if we're eating toxic chemicals, if we're eating processed food, then it's like this metabolic soup that is tainted, and it's not giving the mitochondria the information to be able to produce energy. Well, when we don't have energy, then the body's going to conserve, and it's going to kind of shut down basic metabolic processes that are absolutely critical to do all the things and have a healthy body. When we don't have enough fuel, because our cells are basically not able to receive the nutrients because of lots of metabolic disturbance, then we're pretty much dead in the water. And we're curious, why are we not getting into ketosis? Why are you doing it all right, but you can't lose a pound? And when you are having issues like you're not sleeping, you're not able to make ketones when you're doing a low carbohydrate diet, when you have mad inflammation, all of those things are definitely clues and cues that you need healing. And maybe you need an elimination diet. Maybe you need to get back to basics and eat completely clean for 2 months. Not easy to do, not fun to do, because you know what? Life is meant to be enjoyed, but if you've gotten to this place where you're pretty much shackled and not able to, enjoy how your body feels, well, it's time to maybe rethink how you're living day to day. So let's talk about food. I'm about ready to have a quick lunch. I've got leftover grass-fed burger patty. I've got some organic chicken that I cooked last night. I've got some celery and carrots and snap peas. These are organic, and if that makes your skin crawl and you're like, don't tell me to buy organic, and I'm doing the best that I can, I get it. But maybe you look at the Clean 15 and you decide to choose the better vegetables that typically aren't sprayed or aren't impacted by the glyphosate. Because let me tell you, glyphosate is dangerous. It's a pesticide that acts like an antibiotic in the gut, and our gut needs diversity. If we're killing off the bacteria that makes the diversity in the gut because we're, unbeknownst to us, eating something that's non-organic and full of pesticides, well, we might want to understand that that's not okay. Our body's not going to thrive. So I've got my decent, really high quality protein, and I do have some butter to pour over my meat, because I know if I warm it up a little bit, it's gonna taste a little bit dry. So I'm gonna salt it and add a little bit of butter. And then I'll have my vegetables. Super simple. I mean, it doesn't get simpler than that. And then maybe a little bit later on, I'm gonna do another kind of a meal replacement, the keto chow. This is a milk isolate protein shake. It's a complete meal. but it's sweet, it's delicious, it's high protein. I'm gonna mix this with a little bit of fat. I'll probably do heavy cream, some ice and water, and I might drink half of it. It's gonna be 27 grams of protein. I'm getting, gosh, I'm gonna have a burger patty and, a couple cubes of my chicken. So I'll probably get about 35 to 45 grams of protein in that meal. And that's gonna be my first meal of the day. Maybe tonight, I think I've got some chicken wings out, thawing. I've got some organic chicken wings that I'm gonna put in a bowl. I'm gonna rinse them and dry them. I'm going to add some olive oil or avocado oil and my spice rub recipe. I'm gonna get that all marinated and I'm gonna throw it in my air fryer, probably air fry it for about maybe 25 minutes. And then I'm gonna have some nice, basically that might be an hors d'oeuvre or a small meal. My husband and I will share that with, I think I have some artichokes tonight to cook up. And I mean, it's simple. It's not exciting. It's delicious. It's nourishing and totally doable. I mean, I might also do some smoked salmon that I have in the refrigerator. I've got some apples and strawberries for a dessert. Those things are, I've got my protein pudding. Those are my go-tos. Those are things that are like my lifestyle. It makes it easy. I can count on feeling really solid and satiated after, because when you're eating a meal that is real food, whole food, your body gets the message that you have nourished it. We are not nourished like we need to be typically. So by having the go-to things in the kitchen, in the home, you buy them week after week. Just like my breakfast skillet that I make for my husband most weeks. That is good quality pork sausage or turkey sausage, just depends on what we choose. I use some potatoes, sometimes they're new potatoes, sometimes they're sweet potatoes, sometimes they're russets. I can do some mushrooms, onions, anything you have really. I scramble that together. I cook it off. I'll scramble some eggs on the side, maybe add a little green, like a spinach or a super green mix, and throw that scrambled egg in there. We've got meals for days. That's high protein, low carb, super nutrient dense, and we're set. So these are things that are super common, amazingly delicious, nutrient dense. I don't have cravings. I have great energy. I'm able to do my exercise. I'm able to sleep beautifully. And hormonally, I'm not swinging up and down and feeling all over the place. My energy is stable. My insulin is stable. I have brain fuel. I'm able to get through my day with the energy needed to support my body, to maintain my weight. My weight doesn't flip up and down when I stray off my diet, and that's where I want you to be. So, food is important. Food is medicine, okay? It's ridiculous to abandon the idea that you need to pay attention and, plan ahead. Don't make that mistake. Your lifestyle habits are immensely important for longevity. That's so critical. So here we have it. These are quick tips. They're super easy, and I hope that helped, because honestly, it's simple. And it definitely isn't glamorous, it's not sexy, but it's critical to your health, your longevity, your success in all things fat loss, okay? Make up your mind to do the right thing for yourself. No pity party, don't overthink it. Be there for you, okay? You've got this. And when you have that will to succeed, override that 90-second craving. Because if you seriously think about it, when you have a craving, it's typically because your fuel mix wasn't right the meal before. So that craving is your body saying, hello, we need more energy. And that's what your body's looking for. It could be a bad habit, and that's another subject. But if you truly have hunger, feed your body. If you truly have a craving, then pay attention to that. What is it about? Are you thirsty? Do you need some rest? Do you need a distraction? There's so much that you can do to support yourself during a craving. It's going to be about 2 minutes long, okay? Wait it out. Get busy with something else. Role play to yourself. What does that feel like, okay? Honestly, these are tricks that are gonna really help solve massive metabolic chaos. Understand, you need to feed yourself. You need to set yourself up for success. And when you do that, it'll go far. Okay, this is a teeny taste of what we do in the Jumpstart session. I look forward to seeing you there. And we're moving into the seasons. It's moving into fall, and we're gonna have more opportunity to cook soups and more hearty foods that might be easy on one hand, but never kind of shy away from the Simple Simon, leftover protein and vegetables. You will not fail. All right, come for the fat loss, stay for the longevity, and I hope to see you next time. Hit the like button and send me a comment, or sign up for a Jumpstart. All right, we'll see you next time. Thank you.